Hi guys, so today I'm going to be reviewing the app Beelinguapp, which is fun because it has a little play on words in the title. So to get started, I just wanted to look over what the App Store says about it. First of all, it shows it was seen on Shark Tank, which is pretty cool. And the app teaches you language through stories that can be read to you as audiobooks and also through music. So it's completely listening based. And there are some features that allow you to highlight different words, save vocab, and more, but we'll get into that in a moment. It was a 4.6 stars out of 5, which is pretty high. It has over 2,000 ratings. And let's get started. So I select what language I want to learn. Say I want to learn German, or here now you can look at all the different languages that they offer. I'm going to actually do Spanish. I speak Hindi. Just kidding, I don't. You could select any of these as the language it teaches you in. So I'm going to put English. Next. And it takes a moment to load, but you'll see it reads to you in the target language as soon as it loads.
Con Beelinguapp puedes leer y escuchar historias, noticias, artículos o hasta canciones. Compara el texto en el idioma que estás aprendiendo con tu lengua materna.
So this is really cool in how right off the bat it's already using the target language to speak. And it shows you a lifetime, translation or second source of that reading in your native language.
Agrega palabras a tu glosario y practica tu pronunciación.
Alright, so here it's talking about adding words to your glossary, which we'll look at in a moment, so that you're able to look over them and find the meaning. It works as like a little flashcard, and it also allows you to hit the microphone button and record yourself saying the word. Oh, you have to hold down. Palabras. Okay. Words. Yay. Okay.
¿Qué clase de textos te gusta leer? Puedes seleccionar más de uno.
Alright, so I'm going to say classics, fairy tales and fables, phrases and conversation, and history and culture.
¿Cuál es tu nivel de español?
And for this, I'll say beginner. Alright, and then here you would select your goal of how often you'd be reading. I'm just going to go with the basic for now. Next, it wants you to sign in using one of these platforms, but I'll just hit X. And then that way, I won't have to get notifications. No, thank you. Okay. Yay, alright. So, they're, trying to sell you, of course, the premium version, which you could see with a 7-day free trial. But most of the features are unlocked, so I'm not going to do that. But it would break down to $18.50 a year, which is only $1.50 a month. You would pay it all in one payment. But I feel like that's a pretty reasonable price, making this definitely more accessible for students and maybe even a class setting. So, to get started, at the top it shows you some reading challenges, little shorter stories that have to do with your interests. To begin, I want to do Explore Mexico. And as you can see, the higher levels are locked. So we'll start with the first one. Visiting Mexico. Elias visits Mexico City. Learn useful vocabulary to describe a city and ask for directions. It shows that it is a beginner level, and then it has some key vocab that they already mark as words that you need to know, and you probably don't, because looking at this, none of these are cognates except for maybe cathedral. Alright, so let's take a look. I'll hit play. Oh no. Okay.
Disculpa, ¿cómo puedo llegar al Zócalo?
It's really quiet. So I guess, and I have my volume all the way to the top. So I think that that's one weird feature. Let me see. Yeah, my volume's all the way up. And I can hardly hear it on my phone, so I'm not even sure what you can hear in your recording. But I'll play a couple more seconds.
Disculpa, ¿cómo puedo llegar al Zócalo? Preguntó Elías a una mujer a la salida de la estación del metro. El edificio de Bellas Artes resplandecía con el sol de la mañana.
All right. Okay, so I actually realized the reason that it's so quiet right now is because I am screen recording on my iPhone. So that's why the audio sounds different, but it would be a normal volume if it was not on screen recording. So, case closed. But yeah, all right, leaving already. You get this little pop-up message. I'll add it to my favorites in case I want to read this later. Okay, and then you scroll down. As you can see, kind of similar to almost a video streaming platform, it shows you right off the bat which things are going to be free, as indicated on this one that says The Incredible Octopus, or the other ones, Selena, it's premium. So, I mean, that makes sense. The things that are maybe more interesting or include pop culture, whatever, those things are going to be part of that price. Okay, so here's my continue reading folder. Here's complete your set. So this is going to be some just basic stories that go together. Here's news if I want to read something that is a news article in Spanish and English. All the free ones I could click. Let's look at one. Pentagon is monitoring reports of possible Russian chemical weapons attack. Well, yep, let's look. Alright, so it looks pretty much the same as the last one. It's a split screen. You can scroll on both ends, and you will, if you hit play, it'll read it out loud in Spanish or your target language. No thanks. Okay, cool. Keep scrolling. So now it's showing me those categories I pre-selected. So anything in classics, I could read The Great Gatsby Chapter 1 in Spanish for free. That's pretty cool. Don Quixote Part 2, but Part 1 is not free, so that's interesting. Okay, so as we can see, it's a little difficult to use when you're not paying for premium, but at least you can see what a premium account would offer. Alright, fairy tales and fables. Very nice. History and culture. Looks like none of these are free. Okay. The history of dating. That's exciting. We can read that for free. Great. Okay. Phrases and conversations, action adventure. Here's something geared just for kids. Okay, and so on. And then at the bottom, let's look at a song. Oh, just kidding. Not that song. Let's see if there are any. Ah, yes, a free song. Listen. I want to listen. Yes.
All by myself in the morning.
Okay, so this one is singing to me in English, and then the words are live time being translated in Spanish on the bottom half. No thanks. Maybe because the song is titled in English. Yeah, because I can't switch these. Alright, so this one would, I guess the song itself is in English, and then it shows you in Spanish at the bottom. Let's try to see if there is a free song in Spanish. Okay, doesn't look like it, but that would be something I would request, is maybe some well-known songs that are in Spanish to be translated in English on the bottom half, and then actually get to listen to the audio in Spanish. I'm sure that's a feature that they could easily add. Alright. And, well, this one? Yeah, nope, that's in English. Okay. Vocab. So, Alright, if I did pay for premium, it would show me all of the words from specific stories that I had mastered, and you get it to be mastered after you read a story, and then there are questions after each story that you can answer, or if you review the vocab, as we saw, they're highlighted at the bottom. So that's where these words would be collected over here, and it shows that I'm practicing 1,517 words because I have not mastered any yet. Here's some different categories that you could specifically have vocab in, and then glossary. This is very nice. So in just that first story that we read for only a moment about Mexico City, it had these words listed as the glossary words because they were used more than once, or they were words it was unlikely for you to know already. So those without me having to save or highlight or anything, these were already brought over to my glossary, which is pretty cool. Now I'll go over to my profile. Here shows under the progress tab the amount, you can read. Sorry. Okay, and then some badges that I could win. Yay. And then I like this feature too, that there's a timeline showing from when I first downloaded it, and then in order the songs or stories that I read. So as time goes by, I could scroll through here and kind of see everything I've worked with on the app. Here's the story that I favorited, and then anything I've downloaded more. So that's premium, a contact. Over in settings, I could switch the languages if I wanted to, and then notifications. And then last but not least, I did want to go back real fast. Look at this story again. So when I click on something, okay, here it is. Personal, your glossary is empty. To add words to your glossary, simply long click on the screen and select a word. Then click on Add to Beelinguapp Glossary. So that's where, here, let's see. I want to add edificio. Edificio. Building. So all I did was long press on that word, and I can either send it to a friend, that's funny, I can copy it to my clipboard, or I can save it with this little ribbon marker. And then over here, edificio, it gives me the option to listen to it, or, edificio. Okay, yeah. Or for me to practice it. I think it'd give me feedback if I let it load, but I don't want to do that right now. But, yep. Also, there's a light and dark mode that you can click on the story, which is pretty nice. And yeah, so this app was really different from anything I think we've seen so far, in the sense that it's just reading and listening based. So it's all input, and it's all going to be things that are lifetime translated between the target language and the native language that you have selected on the app. I really like that feature that you are able to save different vocab words, and that it auto-saves certain words that stand out from different stories. I thought it was cool that all of this is free, everything I've shown you, and that there's a good amount of stories out there and news articles and songs that you could use. But if you wanted to pay for a premium account, it's literally $1.50 a month, $18 a year, which I think is a pretty reasonable price for an app like this, and a great way to have different streams of input that are going to be different than just one maybe book you're reading, because you have a combination of news stories, different genres, and songs all in one place. So this app, again, is called Beelinguapp, and it has a little B in case you're interested. It is free for all of those features, and I hope you enjoyed. Thank you.